Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay on your grind. Wow. Second man up, just like Scottie Pippen. Had to wait my turn, I ain't even tripping. Double up like double.
Welcome to Street Dialogue Podcast, where we get dialogue from a street perspective. And today we have a special guest, LA from Treemix Entertainment. What's good, my brother?
How you doing, man? We in the building.
So go ahead on and introduce yourself for the fans and those who are watching that might not know who you are. Go ahead on and introduce yourself, my brother.
For people that don't know me, I go by LA from Treemix Ent. I'm an independent hip hop artist, the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Chasing my dreams, doing this music, man. I'm getting close to the million streams. I'm at like 750 plus streams right now, independent. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I do, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
That's something that's not easy doing. So we like to go into your background, get your upbringing, so people could, know the full story. So you're born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, correct?
Born and raised Cleveland, Ohio.
So tell me a little bit about Cleveland, Ohio, for those who don't know, how it is up there. I know Cleveland ain't no pushover for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the gutter of the gutter.
My city, it hit different. It just hit different, man. Like, ain't no love out here. It's love, but it ain't no real love. You know what I'm saying? Like, out here, everybody kind of, you know what I'm saying? They stick with who they stick with. Ain't no new people, ain't no outsiders, none of that. Everybody kind of got their own little, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean.
Got you. So growing up in Cleveland, did you grow up with both of your parents in the home, or was it a single home household?
I grew up with my mother and my stepfather. You know what I'm saying? RP my stepfather. Yeah, I grew up with my mother and my stepfather.
So let's dive into that. So what actually happened to your father? Like, why wasn't he present? And, I know people that grow up in homes with, people who are not actually their father, sometimes things can get hectic, you know what I'm saying, because it's not their child. So what happened with your father, and why wasn't he present in the home at the time?
The best answer for that is, man, you know how life happens sometimes. You know how relationships go. Now that I'm older and I'm grown, I kind of look at it on both sides. So I don't know what happened, but I know it didn't work out, though. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no resentment, no hard feelings. Me and my pops close, me and my mama close. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it was just some regular things that happen, you know what I'm saying? They grew apart. That happens, So being in the home with your mother and your stepfather, how was that setting? Did you take to him as a father figure, or like how did that work out? Are they still together? Like, how was your childhood growing up with them in the household? Like, how was the house setting with that?
My stepfather, he was cut from a different cloth. I'm talking old school type of man. Like, when a woman walk in the room, he stand up. Like, he don't even sit down for a woman to sit down. So, like, I got to see my father was different. My father, man, Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? My stepfather from Indiana, shout out to Indiana, Gary, Indiana, you know what I'm saying? My stepdad was a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? He was in the military too, so he know how to handle his business at the same time. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of showed me the different aspect of relationships. I seen the toxic relationship, I seen the normal one, you know what I'm saying? That's all. I ain't got nothing.
Right.
It ain't easy for a man to come in a situation where a female got kids. I respect any man that do that too. So hats off.
Facts.
Stepfather, stepmama, stepfather, salute you for real.
So when you were younger, how was it? You know what I'm saying? Going to school, like, what was your typical upbringing? Was you in the hood? Did you grow up in middle class? Like, how was that growing up? Like, let's get a backstory of your life growing up and what you went through.
So I was born in the project, Cliffview Project. If you from Cleveland, you know what that. Any of the viewers that's tuning in, if you from Cleveland, you know what that is. I was born in Cliffview Project. Stayed on rugby for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood, Kansas County, kind of 40. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up about eighth, ninth grade, by eighth grade, we hooping. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go, we hooping. End up winning a couple of dollars off some people. They came back and went up the house. You know what I'm saying? 2 times in 1 week. Mama was like, no, we got to get out of here. So after that, we went to the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? We went to the suburbs from like 9th to 12th grade. You know what I'm saying? They kind of showed me the different aspects of life and how everybody operate different ways. Everybody raised different. Everybody think different. You know what I'm saying? So kind of showed me both sides of that scale. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So, what schools did you go to in Cleveland growing up?
I went to Alexander Hamilton. I went to Life Skills. I don't know if y'all familiar with Life Skills. That's when you.
Hey, it's your man DJ Coop, man. I'm locked in on a Golden Money team, man. Like, marketing shit crazy, man. Like, anything you need, make sure you tap in with my people. I don't care if they selling goddamn taxes, cob, popsicles, bundles, anything. You need that marketing, hold it, holler at my people. You know what I'm talking about?
Sitting in front of that computer for about 3-4 hours. You just sit there and just do your little work like that. I ain't. But I went to Garfield High School for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Typical teenager. Got in a little bit of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Did some time earlier than most. That kind of humbled me a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
So, did you graduate in high school?
I did not graduate high school. I ended up dropping out in 12th grade and get my GED. Should have just stayed, but got my GED.
So you made it all the way to the 12th and dropped out. What impacted your life at the time? Like, what was you going through at the time in the 12th grade to make you drop out of school?
I jumped off the porch early, man. I was catching grown man cases as a teenager, and it's kind of caught up to me, man. I can't think of others. They caught up to me, you know what I'm saying? So, and my teens, I was doing music too, but once I got in the streets, it kind of slowed it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, got back to what I'm supposed to be doing now. You know what I'm saying? So,
got you. So let's talk about that a little bit. So, most people from the streets know how it is in the streets. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? You got drugs. You know what I'm saying? You got cats that are robbed. You know what I'm saying? You got people that steal, people that kill. It's a lot of stuff. Prostitution going out. So when you was in the streets catching these cases and stuff like that, like what drove you into getting in the streets? You know what I'm saying? Like what was going on in your life at the time that drove you? Because, sometimes, people get kicked out the crib or, it's just naturally in you. You know what I'm saying? Being, you're a product of your environment. So what actually got you into the streets at the time to make you, you know what I'm saying, go full-fledged in it, like, fuck it, we out here?
Always been the type to hang around with the older crowd, you know what I'm saying? So when you 15, 16, 17, 18, and your homie was 30 with 3-4 cars and new J's on and new chains, you got to go to high school with a book bag on. It make you wanna. What I'm doing this for? If I could just be, you know what I'm saying? It kind of just.
Fact.
It kind of make you just kind of want to just say, what am I doing school for? What am I doing this for? I can just jump in the streets and get this and this faster. It took me a long time to realize all money ain't good money though. All money ain't good money. It ain't work. A lot of stuff ain't even worth the time. You can make one move and do 10 years of your life. That whole 10 years that you sitting, you could have made 50 times more money than you just made the move for, and you just sitting for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So what made you end up realizing that the streets ain't where it's at and, focusing on the music? What made you actually get out of the streets and start focusing on your music and stuff like that? When did you actually make the turn and the change?
Probably say about, music-wise, I would say about 4 years ago. I'm a father. I got 5 kids, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that for sure.
But like my the mother of my 2 oldest kids, she ended up passing away from diabetes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I ended up making a song about it. My song is called No Friends, matter of fact. The song ended up making it to the top 98 on the top 100 music charts. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I'm like, damn, maybe I should really start trying to see what's going on? And that's kind of what really got me. That's what kind of really let me know something. I should keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's funny you said that about diabetes because I drive trucks for a living as well. You feel me? That's how I put food on the table, and that's how I'm able to fund everything. And my blood sugar level was at 558.
Right.
They was like, bro, you was walking dead. Like, I had to turn myself in. Like, so diabetes is plaguing the black community. You got to watch what you're drinking, especially the intake of soda. You know, even some all fruit, you know, they got sugars in it. So you got to be careful of that. So when you lost the child of your mother, how did that actually affect you and the kids? Like, I know it had to be an effect on the kids because, you know, if something was to happen to my wife, I know the kids would go crazy. All they do is call for their mama every day. You feel me? So now that you're being you was a single father at the time, you know, how did that affect you and the kids? Like, and what struggles did you go through dealing with that loss?
Well, when she passed, it didn't just affect me and the kids. It affected everybody we knew, our friends, just everybody. Kind of like, it's hard to grieve when every time you run into somebody, hey, how you doing, man? I heard about what happened. I heard about what happened. People
Right.
constantly remind you, so you never really get a chance to really grieve ever. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things you kind of deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So coming from Cleveland, you know, I'm a big fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony. What type of effect did that have on the city? You know what I'm saying? And on you coming up, seeing somebody from your area actually making it in the game. You know, they was like, you know, East 1999. You know, everybody know about that
Yeah.
in the street. You know what I'm saying? So, what type of effect did Bone have on you as an artist growing up, watching them coming up from Ohio?
Thing about Bone and artists from the city, it's like a lot of these artists you would just kept at the liquor store one day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's regular people. Ain't nobody trying to be Hollywood.
Right,
Ain't nobody trying to be everybody being themselves. So when you catch somebody that look like you or somebody that remind you of you doing what they love and just happen to be the same thing you love, and just kind of show you as a young man that you can really do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, they got a street named off of them in the hood, off of St. Clair. I'm not from Clair, but I got family out there, so I can always be through there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy being a little kid listening to that and listening to, I'm a Tupac fan too. So like when Bone and Biggie made that, I was like, what? I'll be Bone and Pop, I was just, E, all that. Just like, when you see somebody from your city, a normal person, doing the same stuff that you love, it just lets you know right there. You can't stop. You don't stop, bro. Don't stop. You
right.
got to stop. Like, that's motivation in itself. For real. I mean,
Facts. So let's talk about creating the label. LA from Treemix. It's also named after you as well. What made you want to get into the music business side and creating your label, you know, and branding yourself not only, you know, with your name but also as a record label? What made you want to do that?
I've been like a professional musician almost 4 years now. October will be 4 years. My first year, I made a lot of mistakes. I was trusting a lot of people, marketing teams, and these people and PRs and agents, and all these people, and I realized these people just scam people, bro. It's like it's
Right,
a hustle. They take these people with these dreams and they feed you lies and take your money out your pocket and bring no results. So I took the time in myself and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it myself. Why not?
facts.
I was making my own beats in my own studio. I can mix and master. I could DJ. I can do my own stuff. I'm like, I might as well teach myself the business too. So I sat down and learned about BMI, ASCAP, Sound Exchange, billboards, iTunes, just all type of ways to just market it. I just did it myself, and I wanted my name to stand out as something like something that everybody can remember. Like Mike Jones. Remember Mike Jones? Like who? Mike Jones? I don't say everybody
Yeah,
remembers. So I figure everybody call me LA in the city. It's just my name, LA. But Treemix Ent, that's what's my label. So I want to make some music that you can just ride to, smoke to, vibe to. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you're going to, you cut on that Treemix music. It's gonna solve your day. Like your boss getting on your nerves, I got a song for you. Your girl tripping, I got a song for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You having a bad day, I
Right.
got a song for that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to make, I wanted the brand Treemix Ent to be like kind of like a feel good type of vibe, motivational, hustle type of music, get money type of music. So like on the business side, I just decided that the best way I can help other independent the best way I can help other independent artists is teaching them the game and showing them the game. So that's what I do. So if I got homies, and for example, in my city, if you need some help with marketing and stuff, they know to come to LA for Treemix Ent. You know you're gonna get good results, you're gonna get good business. Because I know the game. I'm an independent artist too. I've been scammed before too. So I know
Exactly.
what to look for. And in my city, we only do one type of business, good business. If it ain't good business, we ain't trying to do business at all. None. So
Fact.
Hey, what's up, fellow directors of photography? Golden Money Team Marketing. Get with them. They get you right. You don't need an agent. Go straight to them.
and that,
So
and
that's something that people need to know. Coming up in the game, you do have people that prey on independent artists. It's a lot of independent artists out here. It's like the NFL, only like 5% gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to actually be big to make money in this game. You can still get money in this game. So ownership is key. What were some things that happened to you coming up in the game that made you want to, like, what were some of your experiences dealing with these people that made you want to just be like, fuck it, I'm going independent?
I consider myself to be I feel like I'm nice with these bars. I'm nice with these pens. So I'm like a typical artist. I used to be like, let's say I drop a music video. So I send it to one of my favorite rappers. I'd be like, hey, homie, I know you don't know me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. Check out my music. I got some shit I think you might like. They hit me,
Yeah.
they hit me back with some, hey, $900 I posted on my story for you. The fuck I look like, man? A trick or
Right.
something? Come on, bro. So
Right.
like,
And then, they won't even show you their analytics. You feel me?
nothing. It was just like, hey, it was just like I felt like a trick or something. I'm like, come on, man. I ain't trying to, you ain't, it ain't even, I know everything is a business, but I feel like, for example, if an artist came up to me and said, hey, look, bro, I like your music. You got a
Right.
nice following, bro. Check out my beats, check out my songs. I would love if you show some love on my page. I'm an independent artist too. I know what that feel like. I'm going on there on GP. Show love on this post. I'm about to show love on 15 of them. I know what it's like.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? What I look like
Yeah.
hating on another man that's trying to do this. What I look like what I look like hating on another business or a brand for trying to do what they're supposed to do and handle their business. That's not real. I don't move like that. It's all good business this way. So, and any artist watching, any DJ, anybody, you looking to support your brand, come shoot me a DM. I'll show some support. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Why not? It's free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. We got to pay for everything else. We got to pay for water. What I look like paying, what I look like charging me for a life or a comment or something, or taking some time to check out your reel or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what people mess up. There need to be more love out here. Everybody too focused on them green pieces of paper. They put that up. More value on the green piece of paper than they do over a life, bro.
Facts.
And that's the shit I'm trying to get
Facts.
out of. I'm trying to get shit back to normal. It got to go back to normal. Bro, I got kids out here. All my kids growing up in this bull. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
And speaking about your kids, you're a father of five. Let's talk
Right.
about fatherhood. What does fatherhood mean to you and being there for your kids? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of homes that don't have the father in the household. I grew up in one as well. How important is it for you to be in the household and to be that father figure to your kids? Like, why is that important? Then how do you balance that with the music?
It's, it's all motivation for me. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, no matter what happened, let's say I can pass away tomorrow. I love the fact to know that my kids are always there to hear my voice and see me. They ain't go on YouTube and watch Daddy's music video. They ain't go on Spotify and stream Daddy music. They ain't go on Google and put in Daddy's name and read about Daddy, what he was doing. I got articles, I'm in the newspaper, I'm everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So like it's motivation for real. Like as a
Got you.
I remember you know what I'm saying, I remember being in the streets as a little boy, you know what I'm saying? My stepdad was there, but he was more of the providing type. He just worked a lot, made sure the bills was cool, treat my mama like a queen. I respect that. But he ain't know what he was doing in the streets. So like kids need somebody to learn from. You know what I'm saying? They need to learn how to who they want to hoop like. They need to learn how to who they want to rap like. They need to learn how what you know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to learn that from somebody. You would rather learn from family than people in the street because people in the streets ain't got no love for you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't real love in the street. Half these people don't even love themselves, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that father figure for me, I gotta put that, I gotta instill me in them early. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, you know what I'm saying? So I have to do that. That's something personal to me. That way when I'm gone, they pushing my message out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? We can't
Facts.
change the world, but as long as we play on our part, that's all we can do. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can
That's
do.
all we could do. That's all we could do. And that's key what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Being involved in the kids' life, being the father figure, and balancing music at the same time is not easy. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about who is Alan Brown for the people that don't know. Who is Alan Brown? Explain who that is. We
Alan
know who LA from Treemix is, but who is Alan Brown? You feel me? Break that down.
Alan Brown is a professional mover with a moving
Mm,
company. I build furniture and I unload semi trucks 5, 6 days out the week. I
right.
probably do about 8 to 10 semis a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm always working. I work a lot. When I'm not at work, I'm doing daddy duties. And when I got free time from the kids, I'm in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So that's me all day, all week, all year. That's it. Me.
And you know what? That's what's missing. That's why I like to be organic with it. People don't understand, bro. Before you get into the millions, bro, you gotta work. If not, bro, somebody else gonna have to be taking care of you or something like that, and that ain't everybody's story. Some niggas gotta really get out here and work. It's a lot of people before they got famous that had regular jobs, and then they got their big break. You know what I'm saying? Like, how else are you gonna fund your career? You gotta get out here and work. You know what I'm saying? I know people looking for investors, but everybody's not going to have that opportunity to have an investor and somebody invest in them. Sometimes you have to invest in yourselves. Then when you come across the right person, they'll give you that opportunity, or you got to give yourself the opportunity by kicking the door in and staying consistent. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm
So
happy
I salute you on that.
And I'm happy you speaking on that, man, because even with the investors, I ain't never had an investor. I wish I did, but I ain't gonna lie. But even if somebody got an investor, it don't mean nothing if you don't know what to do with the money. Or
Facts.
they go back to them fake marketing teams, them scam teams. You can let's say you meet a good marketing team, right? You got an investor that's about to give you some bread. You send it straight to your marketing team to promote your new album. If you ain't got the right team, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Facts, facts, facts. And that's one thing I built my company off of, Golden Money Team Marketing. You know, we don't work with big artists in the game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand what marketing is. You got online marketing, you got street marketing, you got marketing through the radio. It's different types of marketing.
You
You
got
know what I'm saying? So
like
you got exactly.
all
You
types
know,
of man.
so people got to understand online marketing is different from promoting your album and passing out flyers in the streets. All this stuff is built off AI and technology. If you don't have that, perception is everything out here. So you got to know how to tap into the algorithm, all that stuff,
And I'm
and run ads and campaigns.
and I'm gonna get some free game all right now, because ain't nobody give me no free game. You know what I'm saying? Help me put my foot in the door. I can't fake with you. I did a little bit of research. That's why it's always good to do some research on whatever you do, whatever your hustle is. There's a lot of radio stations that will play your music for free. If
Right.
you register your music and you send your music to these radio stations, you will get spins, free radio spins. You get paid for that. I
Yep.
was radio spins, boom. I was boom, 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 boom. I found a way to get my music, my radio on major radios. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot of money. You know how that go. They
Right.
charge a little bit of money for it, but it's official. They track your spends. They tell you what radio station, all of that. Now I did that for a good like 6 to 9 months, and that really pushed a lot of my songs because I started getting messages out of nowhere like, "Hey, your song really changed my day, man," or "I know what you meant on this one song."
Right.
I started seeing people making videos, rapping my lyrics. I don't know these people. That's when I'm like, man, what's going on? So don't sleep on that radio play. They got free radio plays. They got college radio. That helped me out a lot. I can't fake with you. Radio play, radio play, radio play. But register your
And
music.
radio does pay out the most. Actually, it pays out more than Spotify and all that. So if you're on radio, most definitely, if you're focusing on radio, it's going to pay you out the most money, especially if they registering everything properly with the radio with BMI and stuff, because they have to send in their plays and their playlists. So if they're not, even if they playing your music on the radio, if they're not sending it to BMI, you're not going to get paid for it.
Exactly. That's why you can't just do business with anybody. You got to do a little bit of research on the people you trusting your money with and your time with, for real.
Facts.
Pay off in the long run, for real.
So I've been listening to your music. You most definitely got a fan.
Stop playing. Yes, it's D Black. But check this out. You want to be fresh, hot, cool like D Black? Well, I suggest you work with Golden Money Team Marketing. They'll put you out, they'll keep you out, and they'll keep the ball rolling. All you need to do is hit that link somewhere around here. You know, stop playing. Bye.
And me, and most definitely, you know, you remind me of like a Slick Rick, but with your own style. Because you most definitely got, you most definitely got the art of storytelling down packed. Like it's a story down there in everything you write. So I want to dive into the music. What was your thought process on creating Training Day? That was like one of your number one screaming songs in the beginning. Like, what was your thought process in creating Training Day, and what does the song Training Day like mean? Like, describe it. Like, what is it about?
I'm gonna start with the production of the beat. Shout out to my producer, Narrator, from Cleveland, Ohio, too. Big shout out to Narrator. The most of my material with him. Shout out to Signal Glow. Shout out to Narrator, my homie. I gotta give credit where credit was due. When I was getting ready to do Training Day, I was just kind of getting in the game better, and I was learning the business more of it. So like when I first dropped my music, I dropped 15 songs on one day. Didn't know nothing about music, nothing about marketing. Killed the way of marketing them songs. Boom. Long story short, I'm in the studio. I'm learning the business more. We came up with this beat. I don't know. It just the beat just got to me, and just Training Day was Training Day was my way of letting people know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I hear what y'all doing. I respect what y'all doing, but I'm here now. So just be ready. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what happened, because after I dropped the song, not even 6 months later, one of my favorite groups, Dipset. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Dipset head.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that for sure.
You already know where I'm
going. Yeah, say that too.
Training Day was my way of letting people know, like, I'm here. Like, I'm here, and I'm here. And I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And
fact. So, talking about Dipset, let's get into that.
Yeah.
Hell Real.
Yeah.
How did you connect with Hell Real? You was already getting that story, but now you could go on to that. I just didn't want to spoil it. You know what I'm saying? How did you get connected with Hell Real and Dipset and get that feature for Training Day?
Man, I'm at work doing my 1-2. It's a normal day. I'm loading semi-trucks. Boom, I do a lot of ads. I'm doing a Spotify ad, I got Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook, TikTok. Boom. Spend a lot of money on my marketing. And I do other marketing too. So long story short, I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? I got my little lunch break. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? I check my phone, go on my gram. I see the real Hell Real sent you a message. I'm like, hold up. I've been listening to Hell Real since I was a teenager. Hold on.
Bruh, Hell Real, bruh, he got so much music out, bruh. It's crazy. Like, that was one of my favorite ones in the Dipset too, besides Cam. You feel me? Like, Hell Real was bringing that shit.
Yeah.
Before
legendary.
Jews came in, dog, they should have pushed Hell Real for sure. A little bit more.
The whole lineup got a whole different. They all sound different, but they all sounded good together. It just sounded good together.
Yeah.
Man, next thing I know, bro, like I said, I'm at work. Said, remember Hell Real messaged me. I'm like, I'm tripping. I'm like, man, it's got to be a fake account. So I click on the
Right.
page. And I'm like, this is the homie. I'm like, he said, hey, your song Training Day, fire. I'm like, man, it's got to be a prank. I said, notification on Instagram. The real Hell Real commented on your reel. I'm like, hold up. I was walking down the street freestyling my Training Day. Training Day was a freestyle for real.
Right.
It was just a freestyle. It just came out like it did. So I seen Hell Real commented on it. I'm like, oh, it's got to be the real Dipset homie Hell Real. Man, long story short, he said, bro, I like your music. I like the track. I would love to get on your song. I said, man, what I got to do? He said, bro, I like your style. Send me an open verse. I'm tripping. I'm like, oh, shit. Hold on. Quit playing. I instantly called my studio narrator, bro. We got one. He like, LA, calm down. You tripping, bro. I said, Dipset hit me up. Hell Real hit me up, bro. He want to get on the song. The beat, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. We instantly in the lab. So I can tell you familiar with the music. So I got the original Training Day. On the remix, we kind of tweaked up the beat on some, like, tweaked it up a little bit more. And it just kind of just, he sent me the vocals. He said, homie, I fuck with you. Here's the vocals. Boom. You do what you want to do with the song. I don't want nothing from it.
Damn.
Charge me. I got 100% royalties to the song. I own the song. Like that, it was all love.
Yo, what up, family? Here's what they're not telling. Here's a secret. Golden Money Team Marketing. To getting a boost in your fan base, helping your algorithm, wherever. If you making good content, tired of not getting shares, not getting them likes, not getting them comments, keep working over and over and over again for nothing. If you feel that way and that's you, Golden Money Team Marketing. Again, Golden Money Team Marketing. Try it out. It's the
I respect him for that. He could have charged. We could have been like, bro, give me 10,000. Give me 15,000. Put the song out. No, love.
It's some real nigga shit. That's real. I salute to that, bro.
Always got my respect for that.
So you already mentioned him. I was wondering how you pronounce his name, Narrator. So he's also on the Oh Well remix, and he's your producer as well.
Yes, he is.
How did you meet him?
It's crazy you said that. I actually started Treemix with his uncle, Ray. And I remember Narrator when he was a kid, but it was crazy because, like, I'm in my city, one of the biggest studios is called Signal Flow. I'm shout out Signal Flow. They downtown studio. And that's one of the best places to go. I just don't happen to go there, and I run into him. I go into another homie studio session. He said, my name Narrator. I'm like, bro, ain't you so-and-so people? He said, yeah, that's my uncle. And just so happened, the homie I started Treemix with is his nephew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it just played out like that. I didn't even know. And then I heard his beats, and I was like, bro, stop playing. You got it like that, homie.
Right. You got to build that team.
It just, and I'm a loyal person. So since I started my music career, I only got, shout out my Crisis Beats. That's the homie, Crisis Beats. I met him from, anyway, but Crisis Beats, Narrator. That's all my producers I use.
So Crisis Beats, since you brought him up, how did you meet him? Like, how did he come into the picture? We gonna leave him out?
He actually,
like, what's the story behind him?
He hit me up through one of my ads, matter of fact. He said, I was promoting one of my songs I put out. He said, bro, I like your style. Check out my beats. You know what I'm saying? I think you rap good on my beats. But when he sent me his beats, I know it was going to be decent because I just had a feeling he had good beats. But I didn't know his beats was like this. So, like, I think the first beat I got off of him was something called The Party. As soon as I heard that beat, I instantly started freestyling, made the song instantly, went straight to the studio. And from that point on, it took off. I said, homie, I would love to have you and Treemix Ent as our main producer. And from that point on, we took off. My whole team get beats off him. That's it. Him or Narrator, that's it.
That's crazy. So, No Friends, you hit 100,000 on iTunes. Well, matter of fact, you was on iTunes Top 100, actually. You was on iTunes Top 100. You actually charted with that. With 100K streams on Let's Go as well. You reached 100K streams on Let's Go. We gonna start with No Friends. I actually like that one. You actually had the art of storytelling in that one. Um, but one of my favorite ones was Far Away. We gonna get into that one. That's like one of my favorites out of all of them. I was feeling that one. No Friends. How did you feel reaching that milestone, hitting 100, the top 100 on iTunes? You know, after all the work you put in, all the marketing, you know what I'm saying? You actually reached that milestone. Like everybody not on the top 100 on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? That's not no fake number. That's real organic shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how was it reaching that milestone in your career?
I ain't gonna lie, that day changed my life for real. Cause like that song mean a lot to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for people to relate to that song that much, that they played it that much, it really kind of
Yeah,
got me. Just like, because you know, certain situations in life, you feel like ain't nobody going through what you're going through. Ain't nobody been through what you've been through. But when you drop a song and
facts.
everybody relates to it like that, it kind of lets you know you ain't alone out here for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the only one that been through something. You know what I'm saying? So it different. It different. I ain't gonna lie. Motivated the life out of me though, for real. Extra level.
Gotcha.
It was just, it just motivation for real.
And let's talk about Let's Go. That was a nice track as well. What was your thought process in creating that song, and for you to hit 100K streams on that song? You know what I'm saying? What doors did it open for you?
With that one, I try to step out the box. I like I listen to all type of music. So like I notice with hip hop right now, all the beats sound the same. So I'm like, all right, so I'm fishing around. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people send me beats all the time. And somebody from Belgium hit me up, a whole different country. I'm like, man, let me see what.
What's up? This your boy Subpoena checking in. You want to get with one of the hottest marketing teams in the country, then you want to get with Golden Money Team Marketing.
Sound like it. Ain't nobody rapping on Belgian beats. And just so happen he make trap beats. His beats come
Right.
out like, as you heard the beat, it sound like a movie. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
beats like that, you kind of can do a whole different type of thing with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I tried something different. I stepped out of the box in my style and it worked. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm a big fan of. Don't be afraid to step out the box with your music. Because the stuff that you ain't comfortable with, maybe putting out, people might love it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was gonna happen with Let Go. I had a good feeling about it, but I would have never thought in a million years would do that. They would do numbers like it did.
Sometimes it be the songs that you don't know like that's gonna go. So that's facts. So one of my favorite songs that you created was Far Away. It wasn't your top streaming song on Spotify. It was like the third, but that most definitely like was one of the best songs to me. That's in my opinion that I liked it out of all of them because I listen to all the music. What was your thought process on Far Away? And I really want to know what that was about. Like, what were you talking about? Because it was like real life stuff. So what was your thought process when you created it and just go into depth in what the song is really about?
Far Away is a story about people that love each other that really can't get too much time with each other like they want to. And just kind of remind them that you ain't too far away. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you at, you ain't too far away. That song was dedicated to my daughter.
Mm.
My daughter, Carmen. Me and her mother ain't on the best terms ever since the breakup. I ain't really had too much time with my daughter. So I wanted to let
Right.
her Daddy ain't too
I can
far
feel
away.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Daddy ain't never too far away. No
That's
matter where
probably why that was one of my favorites because, like, my oldest daughter, she, you know, her mother moved way to Alaska, and I don't even much get to see my daughter and get to spend time with my daughter. You know, especially how I used to spend time with her. And you know, it takes a village to raise a child, and the things that I could teach my daughter, especially about life and about men, because everybody go through their own experiences. You want to have that impact on her, and sometimes the mother could flood their mind with negative things about a man, and then they might have the wrong perception of you when they was younger, when you was around them, it wouldn't even much happen. So with that disconnection, that most definitely could happen. Then you always got love for your kids, and it hurts you as a man not to be able to talk to them. So I most definitely feel where you're coming from with Far Away. You know what I'm saying? That was a song I could actually relate to. That was one of my favorites as well. And I actually went through that. You know what I'm saying? I could bump Far Away for days. You feel me? So Cold Shoulder, you went into a detail with Cold Shoulder as well. Let's talk about Cold Shoulder. What was this song about?
That song is about, you ever just had some days when everything just go bad. Everybody turns back on you. Your loved ones acting like they just met you yesterday. Homies acting like enemies. Family acting two-faced. Boss playing with your hours. Paycheck short. It's just one of them days. Just you know what I'm saying. No matter sometimes, no matter how much you play your part, you just always get that cold. So, but you still got to keep it going. You know what I'm saying. So that song is kind of about that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You snap. You snap. Boy, whoever you were talking about, boy, they felt that message. For sure. That would have been one of my favorite ones, but Far Away just stuck out to me. You feel me?
It's funny you said that the Cold Shoulder is about it kind of was, the emotion from that song was fueled from the mother of my daughter who's not letting me see my daughter.
So they go hand in hand. Right.
That was actually the first song I've ever made in the studio. Like when I first music, that was the first song I actually made. The day when everything happened, when I couldn't see my daughter no more, I was feeling some type of way.
That's one of your top streaming songs on Spotify, actually, too.
I had to go.
Cold Shoulder.
That actually was, most of it was a freestyle, to be honest with you.
You snapped on that.
I had some stuff on my mind I had to say, and it just came out good, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I most definitely recommend people to go listen to Far Away for sure. Especially if you're a father and you can't see your kids and, stuff like that, or you have a loved one that, you that's far away, that I love Far Away. I really fell in love with that song for sure. So Disassociated. Let's get into that one. That was another banger you created a while back.
That one hit home for me too. My best friend they found him passed away outside. Nobody knew what happened. I was sick. Nobody knew what happened. One of the nicest people I ever met in my life. So I remember going to the studio and I wanted to kind of talk about him and his life without talking about him and his life, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if you've seen the music video because of Disassociated, but
I didn't check the music video out. I didn't check that out. I'll go check it out on YouTube. Send me the link in the DM. For sure, I got you.
I ain't gonna say too much about the video then, but once you see the video, you're gonna see the big message with the song. I turned the video into a short film. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my homie Jay Gotti Maserati from Cleveland, Ohio. Helped me shoot the video. But we turned it into a short film. It's a story about how life can change. Just like that. How fast life can change. And that's just the best I can really explain about the video without giving it away. But I recommend it.
So who's Jay Gotti? How did you meet him? The film producer.
He's actually another musician from my city, but he like me. Jack of all trades. We like to learn all type of stuff. So I found out he was doing music video, so I wanted to support his hustle and we made a match.
That's dope. That's dope. So you had your first performance in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
No.
How was that?
Actually, I've been performing for years.
Okay, it said that was your first performance, but okay, so that was your first performance in Pittsburgh. Okay, got you. So let's talk about that experience. I know you be on the road a lot then, and you be performing. Like, what is the experience and how important it is to be on stage and for fans to actually feel your energy, you know what I'm saying? And for you to showcase your talent in front of people and actually perform. Like, what does that mean to you to actually perform for people and showcase your talent on stage?
To me, it's everything. Like, especially when you go to another city and you doing your music and you see somebody in the crowd singing your shit that you never met before, you never been to the city before. That shit's amazing. It just hit different because like, and I recommend all musicians hit the road. You might have all the support in the world in your city, but you go to another city, it might be 3,000 times more support. You be surprised. It hit different everywhere you go. Hit that road. Money hit better on the road too. But like it just, I think the show you referring to, that's when I opened up for Cassidy. That was Cassidy,
Okay.
and that was one of my
Okay.
favorite rappers growing up, and I had to do that show, and that meant something to me because like after my performance, they wanted more. Like they, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I did like two songs. They loved it. And that was a big thing for me because that's Cassidy. That's Cassidy's show. For the crowd to go crazy over me, that meant a lot to me for real. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts. So going into my next question, why is it important to never give up on your dreams?
You got one life. Ain't no start button, bro. This ain't like a GTA game wasted and you wake back up and you just standing in front of a hospital. You got one life. Ain't no Ain't no restart. Why not go to the max? It ain't like you can just die and come back and do it again. You might as well do what you want to do with your life. Why would you give up? You don't have another chance. You have no other
Facts.
chance. Why not give it your best chance if you have no other chance? You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. Big facts. So who is DJ Chris Styles? And how
Ooh,
did you meet him? How did you get that connection?
he actually he's actually one of the DJs in the city that plays local artists. He don't charge you nothing. And I sent him some of my music, and he happened to actually like my music, and he invited me for an interview with the radio station.
That's dope.
And we went down. He invited me in there. I sat down, showed me how to studio. We talked about business. And he taught me a lot about the music game because I knew nothing about the music game at that time. But shout out to DJ Chris Styles. He don't even know how much I learned from him from that interview. But just talking with him. But yeah, shout out to him because I was just, I mean, he could have charged me. He could have been like, oh, no, I need $1,000. I need this. I need that. No, he was just a real man, a real man. Like, I like your music. I respect what you're doing. What's your next move with your music? I respect.
Facts. That's respect. So why is it important to have a team around you? And do you have a team? And how did you go about building your team?
To be honest with you, when it comes to team, I don't really have a team. I mean, I got a homie as far as in my squad, ball through, and playing musician too. He just got locked up for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I got ball
Oh,
through, I got me, and I got Crisis Beats. That's Treemix Ent. When it comes
that's a
to my
team. That's a team. No matter how
yeah,
big it is, that's a team. Yeah. Let's start with that. Yeah, so for
I
sure.
do
So those pieces
all of
that you
my
got around you, how important is it to have those pieces around you? Because everybody plays a role, and it's important to have, people in your corner that support you. You feel me?
absolutely,
Especially doing your music, because if you don't have a beat man, how you gonna make the music?
absolutely.
And you got
And
production, so
one of the most important pieces is where you record at. Make sure, as a matter of fact, I'm happy I brought that out. Shout out to my engineer, narrator, and Yay made it in Cleveland, Ohio. They put me together. No matter how good you write your music, if you go to a
facts,
bad studio with a broken microphone and they don't know how to mix and master, your music ain't gonna come out good. I'm
facts,
telling you. Invest in your studios too. A lot of you artists got good music, but a lot of people don't listen to it because it sounds distorted because your microphone broke. Or you spending that $10 studio time instead of going down the street and spending that $40 an hour. Invest in your quality is everything. I promise you.
that's facts. So how important is it to be surrounded by positive people? You know what I'm saying? And people that actually want to see you get somewhere, because you do have a lot of haters. Like, how important is it to surround yourself with people that are positive, that want to see you actually make it?
You gotta figure, man. You know the old saying, if you tell yourself something enough, you're gonna start to believe it.
Mm,
For some reason, as humans, we tend to believe what our friends tell us all the time, what our family tell us all the time. So if they tell us, "Oh, you're gonna have a good life, you're gonna have a good life, you're gonna have a good life, you're gonna have a good life," you're gonna naturally feel like optimistic about life. You're gonna feel like you got a good life. But if you constantly being downplayed all around, everybody hating on you, your self-esteem gonna be low. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna mess up the way you look at yourself and your outlook of life. So it's very important the type of energy you bring around, because it's gonna stay with you. You attract what you naturally attract what you give off. So if you're a positive person, you're gonna attract positive people and the leeches. You gotta understand. Some of the bad people leech off the good people. You know what I'm saying? It come with the game. It come with the territory. So you gotta be very selective with who you invest your time with, man.
Facts. It's a lot of Ricos going out right now. You got to be careful what you say too. You know, people. You know, they be talking about things they doing that. You know, you can talk about a charge that's a closed case, but if you got things that you did that you never got convicted for, you shouldn't be talking about that type of stuff. You feel me?
Fact.
You know, they got a RICO going on right now in LA with the Rolling 60s, you know, with Big U, Loose Cannon. I don't know if you're familiar about this. And
yeah, I heard about it.
You know, Brick Baby as well. You feel me? Got caught up in that, and he was doing real good. That
cause we raised like that, raised in the streets, packing these guns, dope in my backpack, getting off a sack, busting licks cause we raised like that.
Watch my dope transform like Power Rangers. Empty out the clip, better bullet will tame you, leaving leaning like a shirt hanging on a coat hanger. Chopper bullets have you singing like an opera singer. Can't be a Patience is a virtue. Everything in life takes time. Stay focused, stay consistent, stay on your grind.
Wow.
Second man up, just like Scottie Pippen. Had to wait my turn, I ain't even tripping. Double up like double.